massive card, Mexican Independence Day. I believe you trained with Raul Rosa Jr. before. Any comment on him in his matchup?
Yeah, when I took the fight with Islam, was obviously stuck in COVID, stuck out of New Zealand because of COVID in Las Vegas. I was training at Syndicate, and Raul was training at Syndicate at the time. So Frankie pulled him out of the training team at the time, and I did a lot of wrestling with Raul for that fight. Like, he was, I believe at the time, he was only fighting amateur. He was like a former amateur world champion, and he was an amateur at the time. And like being a professional and a UFC fighter, like a lot of guys will avoid getting their ass kicked by amateurs. But I could see the enthusiasm in the kid, the talent in the kid. Like, he would push me to my absolute limits, and he's only a bantamweight fighter, amateur, you know what I mean? And he was able to get me down and stuff like that just because of that youthful energy. Like, you always need those youthful guys in the gym. So at that time, I was not surprised at all that he went on to become undefeated and get a UFC contract, and with the way he's been performing in the gym, I guarantee at some stage that kid's going to be having a UFC title strapped around his waist. Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. I'm actually going with the dog in this one. I was actually quite shocked that Brian Ortega was the dog coming into this fight. They have very similar skill sets in terms that they're both very, very good boxers, and both have very high-level jiu-jitsu game. But if I'm going to side, from watching Lopez's last few fights, I just feel like the experience and just the technical grasp and understanding of like the footwork is not there. I feel like Ortega has better footwork than Lopez, and it's the sport of hitting and not getting hit. I feel like he can hit and he can take a hit, but I don't feel like he can not get hit that well. So I feel like I'm gonna have to pick Granite Chin, Brian Ortega for that one. Now, obviously, the flyweight titles on the line. Shevchenko built that division with her own two hands. She had the title. Yeah, this is an incredible fight because it's obviously Grasso's moment. This is the crowning jewel for her. It's Mexican Independence Day. It's his once-in-a-lifetime spear card, which she's headlining. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for her. But this is also Shevchenko's chance to re-cement her legacy. So this is a legacy fight for Shevchenko. There's so much on the line. I feel like that was an incredibly close fight. That last second, I feel like it should have gone Shevchenko's way. I feel like if Shevchenko is better at managing that distance and keeping her at kicking range, I feel like she's going to edge the victory. Yeah, so obviously main event, Merab versus Suga Sean. It's going to be that opening round. It's going to be that, is Merab able to cover the distance against Suga Sean? Suga Sean, obviously Suga's absolute sniper on the feet. And Merab does have a tendency to get clipped early. I just feel like Suga Sean is coming into his own. I feel like the more pressure you put him under, I feel like the higher stakes you lie against him, the better he tends to perform. And I feel like in his last couple of fights, he's really come into his own, especially after that Aljamain Sterling fight. You could see him, like, he's always been a confident young man, but I feel like even after the Peter Yan fight, it's not like he truly believes it. But I feel like after that Aljamain Sterling fight, he really is now who he said he was always going to be. So I'm going to be backing Suga Sean. I feel like the biggest moment of both of these guys' careers, I feel like Suga will just really come into his own and feel comfortable.